Hello and welcome to Flex Fitness. This week's fitness tip is going to be talking about the different attachments and hand positions that we can use when we're doing various exercises in the gym. Now, attachments directly relate to cable machines predominantly. There's certain different attachments and hand positions when we're using barbells and dumbbells, and we'll go over that a little bit today. But we'll start with the cable machines. So cable machines, we usually have a carabiner here where we can clip anything off and on. This is a close grip handle which we can use for, I like it sometimes triceps, but usually this is a rowing action. And what we want to do is just make sure that the carabiner is clipped on safely and at the top here. But the reason I wanted to do this video is talking about the different options that we have, because sometimes injuries will dictate a certain movement we can or cannot do, but also it can change the exercise a little bit. So with the single handle here, we can do some high cable chest flies, and with that, it allows lots of movement because it rotates in through this attachment here. So we can drop the cables down, do low, high, but even within the movement, I can rotate in, I can rotate up, and that can apply to getting a larger resisted range of motion, so it's going to focus on that full muscle fiber of that particular exercise and muscle you're focusing on. But also if we have certain extra injuries, we can adjust and adapt the exercise with certain motions, and then obviously changing the handle itself. There's also a nice long bar here, a lat pull-down bar. I like this one because we can go nice and wide like this. And what it's going to do is it's going to reduce the flexion at the elbow. Therefore, it's going to ask for the big muscle, the latissimus dorsi, the big V muscle, to do the majority of the work. As we get a little more narrow, we're going to get a little more flexion at the elbow, so the biceps will start working a little more. So what I'm getting at is percentages, right? We have prime movers and then agonists and synergists, so those are helping muscles versus the prime mover. So as we start getting our hand grip and narrower on the pull downs, the bicep percentage goes up. So from say 15 to 20% to 30%, 40%, because we're getting more of a flexion, so bending of the elbow, and the biceps are going to activate a little more forearm muscles. It doesn't mean the back's not working at all. It's just the percentages go down a bit because we're using a little more biceps. I also like this one because we can really go narrow, palms facing you, so then the biceps are going to be doing more work than the back. So there's always different options and angles that we can change to change the exercise, to focus a little more of the percentage on a muscle group you want to work on, and also work around certain injuries, okay? I also like the rope attachment here. This is a great one. We can do so many different things as far as cable pushdowns. And I like this one here. You'll see as we push down, we're going to externally rotate. So that's another part of the tricep muscle, is it does extension, but it also will do a little external rotation in through the humerus, sorry. So it's going to help with that. You're going to get a little bit more into the forearm of the external rotators. And we're also going to be able to go right into another exercise that we do great pull down. So we're working primarily our latissimus, but we're going to get some triceps statically. We're going to get a little bit of a rear delt in that motion as well. Another great attachment, easily changing the exercise on the go. Let's talk about hand positions. Again, it's going to change percentages and different muscles, which is great. So for example, if we do a bicep curl, whether it's with dumbbells or cables or rubber bands, palms up is the usual way we do. So we're going to work the biceps here. You're going to get forearm flexors. We can easily just go thumbs up, and we're going to work that brachioradialis. So it's this long muscle here, and we call it the drinking muscle, like this. So you're going to feel it in the forearm a little more versus here, this position. And we're also going to slightly change into the long head of the biceps versus the bicep brachii. So just little changes like that, and often I like to do these changes if a client's got a wrist injury or an elbow injury. We can easily change those things to accommodate for those injuries. Range of motion, so whether we're stopping here or going right to the bottom, that's going to work the eccentric versus concentric phase of the bicep. So it's going to challenge you. Also time under tension, so we can hold it here. Depending on your goals, right? Time under tension is going to help with hypertrophy, some strength as well. So again, really understanding what your goals are and the things that we can manipulate within our workouts. But I really like to sometimes when people are doing bent over rows, they might not, their mind-body connection might not be there to focus on the squeezing of the back into the shoulder blades. So sometimes I'll put our hands palms up. Oh, the brain gets that a little more quickly. It's a rowing motion instead of like this. And that's not everyone, right? But the point of this video is that there's always different ways to approach our exercises, whether it be different attachments or different hand positions to accommodate for injuries and goals within your program, okay? So I hope that was helpful for you. And again, I probably didn't touch on many other attachments. There's so many things out there, but the idea of this is that there are options to accommodate what you're looking to get, whether it be because of an injury or your program goals. For any other great tips like this, follow the link at the bottom. Have a great day and keep flexing your fitness.